Hi everybody, we're here with Amelia on her journey to break 50 minutes for the 10K at the upcoming Run Melbourne event, and we did a screening with her to identify any areas where she had some weaknesses or stiff problems that may lead to her becoming injured. So the main problems, Amelia, were stiffness in your thoracic spine with extension and rotation, tight right hip flexor, that could be an issue, so we'll look at that. Also poor gluteal control and activation, and also some tenderness that we found in your shins that may be a bit of a sign of some overuse injuries there. So let's take you through a couple of things initially to see if we can remedy some of those problems. So the first one is a thoracic rotation stretch. So if you want to just pop your leg up here, legs up, both legs up there, that's it. And I want you to pop this, this foot on the other side of that knee there, and then twist your shoulders around this way here and lean into that, push back into there, so you get a little bit of a glute stretch but also a stretch through that thoracic spine to improve that rotation, and hold that for a good 30 seconds repeating that 3 times on each side. Really good? Felt that stretching in the right area?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to show you is for your hip flexors. So just grab this towel here. I'm going to get you to kneel down here on the floor, pop your right knee down on the towel, and then your left foot up in front. Now the key with this one here is to make sure that you don't overextend the lower back and arch your pelvis back in that position there while you're doing the stretch, because you won't get the correct muscle. So you need to tilt your pelvis under like that, and then just lunge forward and extend this hip so you feel that stretch at the front of your hip there. Yeah. So that gets the deep hip flexor muscle. And again, 30 seconds, 3 times. Do it on both sides, but mainly for this right one for you, because that was the one that we identified as being a bit of an issue. Very good. Now we'll just grab this handy foam roller, which is really useful at helping to improve thoracic mobility, as well as some other soft tissue management, which we might cover in some later videos. But this is for your thoracic spine extension. So lie down on your back with the thoracic roller right in the middle there, and then you're just arching back over the roller and just moving up and down through the areas where you find a tight spot. Maybe hold it there for a few seconds, trying to work on your extension there, and then rolling back up. And this tends to go hand in hand with tightness in the hip flexors as well. So thoracic extension is quite important. So just 5 minutes or so working your way through the thoracic spine there. Beautiful. Now the last issue that we found was a bit of a concern was your hip control. So we want to give you some glute stability exercises to make sure that they're turning on properly, particularly when you're in single leg stance. So what I want you to do is face this way. Stand just on your right leg for me. Now the goal is to make sure that your pelvis doesn't drop to that side and your knee is in a nice straight alignment when you go into this little squat. So just a quarter squat going down, holding that knee out and the pelvis stable. So not dipping in there and making sure the knee doesn't go over the inside there. So usually I get 3 sets of 10 done in a set, and obviously both sides to make sure that stability is important on both sides. Very good. So that were the main things that we identified, Amelia, and if anybody else is interested out there on having an assessment to see whether they've got any risk factors for injuries for their running, then feel free to look us up on physiohealth.com.au, and one of the physios will be able to take you through a screening. We'll see you back next week for another exciting episode.